What's up, you guys? Teddy Striker here, and Cannonier, he did his thing, and he is back. The Killer Gorilla is back. He beats and finishes RoboCop in round 4, and that was an amazing fight, honestly. Very back and forth, and honestly, it could be the best fight of 2025 so far. I thought that Cannonier was going to get knocked out. I thought that RoboCop was going to be able to just destroy him and, just do his thing, what he's been doing, his fights, take some damage, but overall just be able to come back and finish his opponent. But he wasn't able to do that. It seemed like he was doing really good in round 1, but he was using a lot of energy. Right away, Cannonier starts off in the southpaw stance, and RoboCop blasts him with 2 huge body kicks that were like powerful. And then he hits him like with clean 1-2s, and eventually like he drops Cannonier twice. And I'm like, damn, this isn't looking good for Cannonier. But Cannonier, he was able to stay calm, stay composed, weather the storm, regroup. And then in round 2, he started like finding his timing a bit more, finding his jab, finding his leg kicks. And it seemed like RoboCop was starting to slow down. He used a lot of energy in round 1, but it seemed like he gassed out within that round. And then Cannonier was able to just continue putting on the pressure on RoboCop, start landing his strikes, and then in round 3, he destroys him with a huge elbow, sits him down, and Cannonier has some of the most devastating ground pound in the UFC, as we saw when he took on Derek Brunson. It looked like he just killed that guy, and he was doing the same thing to RoboCop, but the round ended, and then right away at the start of round 4, Cannonier just hurts him again, and he's able to get the finish. And man, that is inspiring to see a guy like Cannonier show that, even though he's had some tough losses, he's still a top contender. He's still one of the best midweights in the world. I mean, Dustin Poirier said it back when he knocked out Benoit Saint-Denis. You defend your spot or you lose it, and that's exactly what Cannonier did. And I want to see more older contenders do the same, because sometimes in some weight classes you see these top contenders and you're like, hold on, are you really one of the best in the world, or are you just basically sitting on your rank? And I don't really like to see that. But this is nice to see Cannonier back in the win column. I think next you could do Cannonier versus Sean Strickland again for a rematch, or you can do Cannonier versus the winner of Brendan Allen versus Alexander Hernandez, or you can even do Cannonier versus Robert Whittaker too at this point. Give Cannonier someone higher up in the ranks. He's been fighting guys lower in the rankings for a while now, so give him someone higher ranked than him and give him another chance to get back to the title. But overall, this fight night was really, really good. In the co-main event, we had Yusuf Zalal beating Calvin Kattar. Not gonna lie, that wasn't really the most action-packed fight, but it was a good win for Yusuf Zalal to get a win over a guy like Calvin Kattar on the feet as well. Calvin Kattar, he's a good fighter, but it seems like ever since that knee injury, he hasn't been quite the same. And he's on a tough losing streak. I think he lost to, he should have beat Josh Emmett, but he lost that by split decision. Then he had the freak injury against Arnold Allen. Then he lost to Aljamain Sterling, and now he's just lost again. So it's tough for him, but honestly, I think you could put him, give him someone outside the rankings. Give him someone else so he can build himself back up and get back in the rankings. But we'll see what happens for him. But then for Yusuf Zalal, you could do him versus maybe a Giga Chikadze. I feel like that'd be a pretty good fight. But the future is bright for Yusuf Zalal. Then we had Edmund Shabazian knocking out Dylan Budka, and that was a clean KO. He just stepped back and landed a clean right hand. I mean, that was very impressive. He did what he was supposed to do. And yeah, Edmund Shabazian is good. He's still young in his career. I'd say just take it slow with him. Have him build confidence by beating these lower ranked guys. And then look to push him back into the top 15. And then Nazim Sadikov just had an incredible performance against Ismail Bonfim. He got the finish by stoppage at the end of round 1, and he landed an insane question mark kick. It really did look like it was going to be a front kick to the body, but at the very last second, he just changed it up, and he chambered it into like a head kick, and that was a clean kick. That was very, very beautiful to see. A different variation of the kick. It's not really like it didn't really look like a question mark kick. It was harder to read. because he like changed it up at the last second, but that was a clean kick and that hurt bumped him real bad, open up a cut, and then he had the finish. And I'm excited to see this guy. I think he's a very fun fighter and he's also really good too. Then we had Andre Petroski getting another win against Rodolfo Vieira, and he looked good in this fight. He looked real good, taking it to the distance. I mean, this guy is pretty good. He's got good grappling, and this was a solid victory for Andre Petroski. But overall, this was a really fun and good fight night card.